start the critique here by Mr. Ed, and we're going to go ahead and start it. And I'm just using a screen capture utility. So the other thing I'm going to do is I can slow it down. I have a little tool here that's going to slow this down. And the first thing I want to do, and again, I'm not picking on anybody in particular, but when you look at this slope, where's her knees? Here's her knees. It should be here, right? Because we want to get flex in the boot. So we want to get more here, which would lift her hip a little more forward. When she pulls, try to get them way out and to extend more, because we don't have a kick and we can't kick here. Really, it's relying on our arms, so we really want to hit those hard. Be a little more aggressive, and like I said, try to do that swimming start mode, which Reggie is actually a swimmer, so she knows. So we're just going to let it go slow. Okay, she came around that real nice. Alright. There's critical turn. Now again, what I'm looking for is hands. Now they're up. It could be up a little higher and a little more forward. So when I say drive forward, that would do what? Give her more flex, right? Get her more forward. That's going to press down on the front of that ski. It's going to engage your edge a lot faster. So I just want you to understand why all these things kind of work in unison. And we'll just keep it on slow. The other thing I'm going to look at here is how fast are you finished your turn at this gate and not finished turn here. The other thing I'm looking for is how fast are you engaging. So right here what I'm looking at is I see a tip. To see how our body is almost tipped over. This is where to counter rotate, and that other drill I call, which is pinch the rib to the hip, would get the body more upright, which gets you more weight over the edge. So again, not picking on anybody, just grabbing it as I go. So see, as she's not over that edge, she's going to slide out, especially in that ice. And that's very common for all of us. Okay, she's got edge bite. Now she gets up. Now she transitions. Is she done that turn? Yeah, she's almost up, but she's still turned a little bit in there. So again, she's getting late, and again, as you get late up here, you're going to be late down there. It's very hard to make up once you start getting late up top. And if you're late, you're going to lose speed. These are all things to work on. That's why video is very nice. Notice how she picked her foot up. If you caught that, yeah, go back and check it out. It's pretty common too. So again, you know, get the hands up a little more forward, a little more aggressive, and you know, you'll work on the hip to rib pinch. I've been working on that for over a year, and it does take work. All right, next person up. These are the only two I caught from the start, but everybody can, you know, figure out what they're doing to start. Go back and look at the other videos I've done. Maybe you're in there. Maybe I caught you at the start. But here again, we're going to slow this down. And again, where are we at? So straight-legged, no knee in. I know he's coming out of the ramp here. I want those arms extended out. That way you can get a longer push through for each time you pull. I hope that made sense. So if his arms are here, he can only pull so much. If they're extend his arms out, elbows out, he could get more push there, right? And then here, you see how he let off? When I did Diane Rolfe, and I've seen her, I was like, wow, it's like her poles are still in the ground here. I mean, she's still getting push way past the hip here. So again, you're getting nothing at that point. So again, I'm looking here. He's on the slope. Remember we talked about maybe putting plywood in your house? I know it sounds weird, but it works. Here we want more knees forward, more shin. He is a little bit in the back seat. Not badly, though. And again, got to get those arms up and out. And that would help. So slow it down. This is 25% speed, by the way. So again, we're looking for what? We're looking for when they transition. Is he in the back? Is he, getting that flex in there? Now I know it blurred a little bit, but what are we looking for? Does he have flex? Is he forward? Where's his hands? Bring him up, drive him forward, become aggressive. You only got to be aggressive for 30 seconds. Just go in there, think about all the people you hate. I'm just kidding. But, go in there and become aggressive, because that's what you're going to need. And then we're going to see how he does. Now, on his turn here, what's he doing? Tip. Remember, we're going to tip because we tip in the car all the time, and we burn that into our brain. So we're going to, he can look at those other drills that I sent out, which is the edging, the side slip, and we can go over the hip to rib pinch, and or fist into the hip is what I call it. You put your fist into the hip opposite of the turn, and that will remind you to bring that upper body over to the outside, which will keep you on that edge and keep you from sliding in the ice. So if you slide in ice, there's a reason, and it's because your weight isn't over that edge. Get it over the edge, it's going to lock up. So he's got more of a tip. Again, I had that for a good year and a half, but you can remove that, and it takes about a half a year, half a season to do that. All right, so we can speed up, go back to 100%. Whoop, slow that down. Alright, back to 0.25. Up. 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 Alright. Almost there. Sorry, guys. Sometimes you're not driving the bus well. Should be coming up right about now. Okay, now we're gonna really. Okay, so on Jeff. Okay, he hasn't even got his turn going yet, and he's still sliding out. Both feet are in. So again, this is an edging drill type thing. His upper body is not counter rotated. He'd be facing more down the hill and not where he's actually trying to go. And he's pretty flat, so he's not going to be able to lock up on any ice in there, because you need those knees over a little more, and that would allow him to engage those edges. So you see he didn't engage edge, and he's going to slide till eventually they're going to lock up. Fairly common. So here he's more of a rotate action instead of just going over the edge. So you normally, on him he just needs to work edging drills and stuff, and which will cause his knees to get over. And I know that one side slip drill will work that well. So he comes down, and again, if you watch him, how long did it take that transition here? It was about what, a whole third. So you'd have to increase, which again is getting those knees over to get those edges to engage quicker. And the quicker you do that, then that would help him get early in a turn and not scrub off speed. I think if we see here, you saw how much he slid, so that's going to scrub his time. And again, I'm pretty sure this is Gary. Nope, may not be. It is. Oh, I know this is. This is Robert, and I think he catches he hit, and then he got into the chum, and then he blew out. And that's probably a smart thing to do because, you know, get another run anyway and don't get bounced and get messed up. It was good. Next up is, okay, this is Gary. We're going to watch him because out of all the video today, Gary, you're the best one we have out there. Now you see that's a pretty nice turn. But you see the aggressive. Can you see the aggressiveness and how he really gets those arms, even though they're not up, he's got them forward and he's really pushing them, especially right there. I mean, look at that. Look at the bend he's got in the ski. He's got, here it's lifted up, but this outside ski, he's got energy on it. And if you notice, look at the edge angle, so he can lock up. So his hands are pretty much out. He's driving. Look at the flex there on here. Could have a little more there, but this one's nice. You see, and then if you draw the butt down, he's pretty much in front of the back binding. So this is a 0.25, and notice how quick his transitions are. And notice how he did not, if you look at that, he did not go, he didn't really skid that one out. What I was trying to say. We're going to speed him up a bit. And here we have Jerry. So what I'm going to do with Jerry is bring him back a little bit. Alright. And then we'll roll forward at 0.25. Now Jerry, again, let's look at hands so you can see the tip from this view now. It's all from back, from front. Alright, so there's your transition. Okay. And you do have your hands a little more forward this time, and you got a little more flex. But here you got in the back seat a little bit. And there, you're not getting engagement, and that's why you're sliding on the ice there. And then finally you engage, and then you get your weight over. It's a little better on the hands on this particular run. All right, this is Robert coming in. Again, get the hands up, see they're down low. Got a little jump there. Let's get the hands up, and we'll get a flex here. Alright, so again, see the difference? Rear end, out to here. We want to get it here, right? Makes sense? Get a little up, a little more forward. Saw how you're dropping the hand there, even though you can't see it, you know you dropped it because of where the pole is. Don't have any flex going there, and see how it's not biting in. So you get more forward, it's going to force that in, even though you're bouncing around. But I think you get the idea about that. And again, quicker to get over on the next edge. You were pretty late at that point, and see how much you're still finishing. You should have been finished here, not here. So again, that's because you're late, and then you're skidding that one, and that blew some time for you there for sure. I think this might be Gary, and we might be done. I'll take a look at Gary. So yeah, I want you to get used to getting your own video, especially on green and stuff, and you can start. You'll see how it degrades when you know different course conditions or different times. And again, a little bit different view from this angle. So he had a pretty quick transition there. See how those hands are just pushing. Oh, got a little jump there. Now he is late here. He didn't engage. He kind of got late, and then See how he slid down and then finally it grabs, and then, but you can tell there he's in a very aggressive position, which is getting him down the hill. So you can look at the chart, you can compare yourself to Gary, see your times, and see, and again, just make sure all this makes sense.